Hello, I'm Major Chris Whipp, and this is the Apache attack helicopter. The first thing you might notice about the Apache is the sheer size of it. 58 foot long, rotor diameter of 48 feet and over 13 feet high. Size of a bus, weighing upwards of over 10 tonnes, pulling almost 2G, that's upwards of 20 tonnes. That's a big aircraft to be as manoeuvrable as it certainly is in the sky. Now, part of the secret for this is why it's such an effective attack helicopter is its sight and sensor suite. And it's the TADS, the Target Acquisition and Designation System at the front here, that's the secret to that. On one side we have an infrared, capable of up to 40 times magnification, and also enabling to the aircraft to be flown under infrared conditions. That's not requiring any millilux levels or image intensification, so we can fly just about all weathers. On the other side we have DTV, capable of 127 times magnification. Now that enables us to A, stand off the target if we need to, or indeed zoom into the target area to ensure that we're actually acquiring what we think is either the enemy, or confirming friendly forces locations, or confirming that it's actually civilian, nothing to do with the situation as is. Obviously 2 seats in the Apache. Front seat, generally turn the co-pilot gunner. Most of the operations of the weapon systems will be controlled from here, and in general terms the commander will sit in the front seat. The rear seat is the pilot seat. In general terms, this will be where the actual control of the aircraft is done. The helmet itself is designed to be as an integral part of the aircraft system. And loaded to that is this monocle. It goes on the right hand side of the aircraft, of the helmet rather, and fits over the right eye. And in your right eye you can see all of the information that you require, either for weaponeering or indeed flying the aircraft. So all the flight symbology that you're used to seeing on analogue or indeed digital shows on the multi-purpose displays, you can actually see in your right eye at all times. It's also through this monocle that you'll see the image portrayed from the forward-looking infrared system. Therefore, you're flying around at night on that image portrayed in your eye. Again, we don't need ambient light, we don't need image intensification, it's all done through infrared. Looking under the belly of the aircraft, we see the gun. This is a 30mm cannon. The cannon itself, we carry about 1100 rounds on board of 30mm. Can be 2 different types of munition really, either point detonating high explosives or indeed a dual purpose. Now the dual purpose round at the front of the round has a shaped charge capable of penetrating a certain extent of armour. The gun itself, extremely accurate, fires around 625 rounds per minute, which roughly equates to 10 rounds per second. Now there's a rumour, pretty much set out for the manufacturers themselves I'm sure, that it was so accurate they've actually built an inaccuracy into it because it's supposed to be an area weapon system. And obviously we don't want a grouping too tight when we're trying to defeat an enemy on a wider area. Moving back to the wing pylons here, again we can carry a number of different munitions. At the moment on the outboard pylon we have the CRV-7 rocket pod. We can carry 19 rockets in each pod. We could carry 4 of these pods on the aircraft at any one time. On the inboard station there at the moment, this is the Hellfire rails. At the moment we've got 2 drill missiles on the lower stations for the display purpose, but that can carry, as you can see, 4. And each pylon could carry 4. So again, we could have 16 missiles on board at any one time. If you look to the top of the aircraft, you can see the distinctive dome, which you'll see on all of the UK Apaches. That's the fire control radar, capable of detecting over 1,000 targets, classifying over 200, and prioritising 16. Why 16? Because we can carry 16 Hellfire missiles, and that's what it's designed to detect. Anti-armour targets detected on the radar, honed in directly to the missiles themselves. The Apache is powered by 2 Rolls-Royce Turbomeca engines. both capable of over 2,100 shaft horsepower on takeoff. You can see by their mounting on the aircraft, they're separated just about as far as they could possibly be. This is again one of the protection measures on the aircraft designed to keep the aircraft in flight for as long as possible. At the rear of the aircraft, you can see the stabilator. Now, in normal operations, this is automatically scheduling to enable the aircraft to get the benefit from a stable platform as possible. And in certain conditions, that won't suit the pilot's direction for where he's firing the munitions. So therefore, he can manually control this stabilator to get the best possible launch platform for the weapon.